Dear Amanda, I would like to apologize for not being able to personally congratulate you this evening. Please do receive my warmest congratulations for this well-deserved prize, the world's leading award for animal conservation. I know you are a limitless, restless, and passionate environmental scientist and activist, but also a self-proclaimed ocean optimist. Therefore, I trust you in continuing to inspire us, to educate and teach us on how best preserve this mystical species, which are seahorses. In this respect, I'm pleased to inform you that the Principality of Monaco launched the Seahorse Repopulation Program in the coastal waters of Monaco on June 16th by releasing seahorses into the Larvotto Reserve. I'd like to thank the Indianapolis Prize Committee, which has rightly decided to give this prestigious prize for the first time to a marine biologist. It gives the marine studies an important and well-deserved place in the academic world. Dear Amanda, I'd like to thank you and the Project Seahorse team for your continuous support, your achievements in the marine conservation efforts, but also for your immeasurable impact on ocean conservation and the future of seahorses around the world. Thank you and congratulations.
I grew up in a family that was pretty eccentric. When I was 2 years old, my father and my mother threw over everything to do with our normal life and headed off to South America. I've always felt this deep affinity for the outside. There's something about its moods and its abundance, as it once was, that gripped me to the bottom of my soul.
So what have you got in there? Fins, mask. Have you got the research gear ready?
This is how you change the world. You build a future you want with all your heart, one that we all need. You prepare thoroughly. You build a team. You engage people, and you never lose your passion.
This area really is my spiritual home in the Philippines. This is where the conservation work on seahorses first started globally.
Dr. Amanda Vincent was the first biologist to study seahorses underwater in their natural habitats. Realizing the seahorse's popular cultural appeal could be a catalyst for driving major advances in ocean conservation, she founded Project Seahorse in 1996, an organization dedicated to finding conservation solutions by understanding interdependencies between marine life and human communities. Beginning with her early work in the Philippines, Vincent's science gave birth to global action.
We put seahorses at the center of the universe. We do research that will inform conservation action, and then that conservation action guides our research.
Seahorses, I think, were probably Amanda's shrewdest move. If you reach the objective of saving seahorses, you can only achieve that by having a healthier marine habitat.
I'd once seen a notice saying that the Philippines exports an awful lot of seahorses to help men with weak tails. I translate literally from German. Everybody kept directing us to this area of the Philippines and eventually down to this very village. So we came here and indeed found that about half of the villagers were dependent on seahorse fishing for half of their income.
Dr. Vincent took on a challenge many considered insurmountable: the unsustainable global trade of dead seahorses. Each year, millions are harvested for use in traditional medicine. Vincent successfully fought to place seahorses on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, leading the way for the listing of seahorses at the 2002 Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. Seahorses became the first marine fish to be included in the convention since it was signed. Because of Amanda Vincent, 182 nations are now required to regulate seahorse exports for sustainability.
That was an unbelievable watershed in marine conservation. Amanda just made us realize that seahorses were being driven to extinction by unregulated trade and got people to think about fish as wildlife. They're not just a product that's just dried and traded and sold.
Amanda and her Project Seahorse team were looking for a country that had a strong marine conservation reputation to help endorse the protection of the trade of seahorses. And so, of course, we accepted wholeheartedly to support her efforts in this area. We were able to show that we can not only help protect the species, but help reintroduce it, and I hope that it will continue for many years to come.
Beginning in the waters of Andayan Island in the Philippines in the 1990s, Vincent created a model that has become a guiding light for conservation action: marine protected areas. Many guidelines for global conservation action come from Dr. Vincent's work with local governments and citizens where seahorses live. These areas have since expanded to over 35 protected watersheds around the globe.
If you do it right, then that community tells the next all about it, and the next one is easier. That's what's made marine protected areas so common in the Philippines, that villages see the benefits and they want one.
When I was a kid, the idea of a reserve in the ocean was crazy. And we're going to be shooting for 30% by 2030, and there's a policy commitment to that. We've got the seahorses flourishing in a well-protected habitat with good commitment from the community in a country that we're working with on a national level that is playing a role in global conservation. This is where it all started.
Globally, she's an icon or like a symbol for the seahorses. She's really an amazing person. She raised 2 kids as a single mom, at the same time trying to save the ocean. So it's, what can you say, a superwoman maybe, I don't know.
I have the Philippines close to my heart. I mean, this island is called Andayan Island. I named my daughter Andaya after this island so that I would always have Andayan and Andaya close to my heart.
I think we're really lucky to travel with our mom. If you actually go and see and feel and learn about the environment around you, then I think we have a bigger understanding. I'm very proud of her.
She really does tons of stuff, and being a single parent is really hard. She's a really good mom.
If we're going to get it right for the planet, we have to get it right for the ocean. I really think we're poised to make a big breakthrough, but it will require a collective effort. Just throw your heart and soul into it.